Alright, no vintage Star Wars collection is worth shit without having some vintage Han Solos, alright? My collection started around 82 when I first started getting into Star Wars because it just came to HBO. I was like about 5 at the time. And the only figure of Han that I could get my favorite character was the original Bespin Han. Probably the best one too. Um, this is not my original one. It is original from my childhood, but my very first one I got was he was all beat up and messed up and didn't survive moving. So that was kind of a heartbreaker there. Then eventually I finally got the original Han. This is not the original one either. This is one of the ones from the 90s, from that vintage retro pack. And I've been kind of unlucky with that figure. I had two originals back in the day. Got it for my birthday. Took it to kindergarten class. It was gone. It was missing by the end of the day. I swear to God, I've always suspected this kid Jimmy stole it. And if you're out there, fuck you, Jimmy. You know, but I made up for that in life because every time I pass vintage figure shops anywhere, eBay, they're really cheap. I collect them. I got one. I got two. I got three. I got four of those suckers extras now, so whatever. I did manage to get a second Han Solo when I was a little kid. They were both the big head version like this one. I always thought I call him the Mick Jagger version because he looks like Mick Jagger. But yeah, kid I used to hang out with, he was a freaking dirtbag. This kid Greg, he's hanging out. We're trading baseball cards. I go quiet my dog in the next room, probably like 10 minutes. I come back. We're still trading cards. The day ended. A few months later, I'm looking around my room. I was like, where's my Han Solos and stuff? I had Han Solo and Chewie, and I'm looking back, it's like, that piece of crap probably stole them. Couldn't trust him. Although, I knew he was a thief because he used to steal other kids' baseball cards, and we were actually trading those. So karma come back and bit me on that one. Yeah, thieving is bad. Don't do that. But this is later in the collection. Got the Return of the Jedi one. I kind of was losing interest in Star Wars, and I probably got it around 1985. But it's another Han figure, so I had to have them. By then, I was into G.I. Joe and Transformers, and that's kind of when like Star Wars kind of ended for all the kids back in the day. Because Star Wars, it didn't last through the late 80s. Now it's been going since, I guess, the special editions came out. But here we go. Then we got Hoth Han. He's a cool figure, but never really loved. There's not much you can do. He's always wearing a snow outfit. So, but later in the collection, they came out with Frozen and Carbonite Han. I was at one of those, vintage toy shops. I saw this for like $35. I had to have it. I thought he was worth 60, so I thought it was a really great deal. But I don't know. It was a treat yourself day. Get them. But now I got more Hans from the adult man-child collection. But back when they started re-releasing them in the 90s, like the new versions of the Power of the Force figures, I grabbed one of these because I was working at Toys R Us at the time. That was a great time to work at Toys R Us too. I started working there in probably like 95, 96 when they first came out, and I was like, oh, Star Wars is back. And then I got this one. They're kind of doofy. They're not as fun looking as the originals, but I don't know. Looking at like the figures now, they're over articulated. These have a charm that I kind of thought was dumb back in the day, these ones, but these look like you could actually play with these. Not the ones that are like got 20 points of articulate. They're boring, so I guess my collecting probably ends around here. I bought some modern figures that kind of are boring, so screw them. But can't just have one Han Solo. You gotta have a million Han Solos. Every time I bump into one, if it's like, $5 or $6, I will buy them. it always makes me feel happy when I grab another one. So it always gives me that kid feeling. Can't get over that. It makes a man child happy, and that is my Han Solo Star Wars collection.